Hi, my name is Ryan Barbin. My friends and family call me Dirt. I am 40 years old, and I'm the marketing director here at American Key Supply. And I'm still relatively new, so I've been here about 4 months.
Step inside American Key Supply and meet the people who keep the locksmith world turning, one key at a time.
I originally started in entertainment. I traveled around the world with a performing arts group called the Young Americans, teaching music and dance in schools to kids all over the world, nationally and internationally. I did that for several years before leaving that and starting my own solo music career as a music artist, Dirty Dirt McGirt. So it's like Southern hip hop with a little R&B, little elements of other styles of music like country and whatnot. I toured around and performed and recorded albums and did that for a while. And then while I was in school, in college, I was studying music and studying dance. Then I moved up to San Francisco to art school and studied audio engineering and started producing music and working in the music industry that way. And then it was during that time that I really started to disconnect from the entertainment industry. My father was a professional musician and he wasn't really around. So he was always traveling and doing that. So I decided I wanted a different path for myself. And I decided it was more important for me to follow my family values. So I decided I wanted to have wife and kids someday and kind of settle down. So I switched gears and switched from entertainment industry into producing music and designing music for businesses, doing commercial jingles and stuff like that, which is cool because as a kid, I was a big fan of the TV show Full House, and Uncle Joey and Uncle Jesse made commercial jingles. So I always joked that someday I would do that. And sure enough, someday I did. I worked in management and in marketing and moved around between different ad agencies. Primarily as a writer and an audio production guy. So I would do a lot of voiceover work, script writing, things of that sort. And then as I grew within these ad agencies, I moved into video and started editing video, producing video, and so on and so forth. So I worked majority in the advertising industry for a long time before eventually landing here at American Key Supply. I'm originally from a small little town in Louisiana called Marksville, Louisiana. That's central Louisiana, Cajun country. I left Louisiana when I was 18. I moved to California, chasing my dreams, and that's when I started traveling around the world and all of that. And lived in California for about 15 years or so. I moved to Vegas about almost 8 years ago now. Outside of work, most of my passions and hobbies are kind of the same as what I do at work. I love writing music, producing music. I play about 15 different instruments. My first passion and love in life has always been writing. I've been writing since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. Everything from blogs, poetry, short stories, music, you name it. I write every single day, not just for work, but for my own self as well. I draw, I paint, I sing and dance. I also do martial arts. I do MMA, Taekwondo to Muay Thai. I do a lot of reading, and that's about it. A fun or interesting fact. Well, it's probably not that far-fetched, but I love vampires. Anything vampire lore, anything to do with Dracula, Bela Lugosi, or anything and everything vampires. I have vampire themed tattoos all over me, and I like spooky season type of stuff. This time of year, is fall, so it's spooky season. That's one of my favorites. And the mixture of vampires has this spooky element plus this like romantic element that's kind of seductive at the same time. And when you mix the two together, I think that's a really cool just vibe. My typical day-to-day work, well, I don't know when my day starts or ends, to be honest with you, because I go home at night and I'm still coming up with ideas and writing things and messaging people at 3 a.m. Oh, I have an idea, and that's kind of become the joking phrase of the day when you're around me is, "Ooh, I have an idea." So I usually start my day. I walk in here in the morning, I greet my team with a warm good morning, and then follow it up with immediately, "I have an idea," and then we just start drafting up ideas. Whether it be for new promotional things, whether it be for social media things that we want to do, videos we want to do, things we want to create, build, ways to drive traffic, ways to, increase sales, whatever it may be. But my wheels are always spinning. So I just start pumping out ideas and we get to work as a team. We divvy up the different tasks and we make it happen. I think what sets American Key Supply apart from its competitors is that we're not just selling products. We're selling so much more. Because we have the family aspect, because we take extra care, we give a little, there's a Cajun word, lanyap, and I recently used it in a blog, which means a little something extra. So we were already doing that before I got here. Carrying them, always put snacks in all the package. That's a lanyard. That's a little something extra that we can just give just because we care and we want to give back and give something extra to our customers. We provide much more than products. We teach classes here in Las Vegas Locksmith University. We provide educational stuff. So we product demos and how-to videos. We have amazing customer service that speaks one-on-one in their like family kind of relationship and how they speak to each other over the phone and through sales and the way we respond to, you know, queries online and things of that sort. Also the content that we film, the fun, silly things we do, we're providing entertainment. We're making this a culture beyond just products and services, you know? There's an old Cajun phrase, we say, lâche pas la patate, which it means don't let go of the potato, but it technically means just don't let go. Lâche pas, you know, don't let go. So with that, I think marketing is not a perfect science. A lot of it is trial and error. And I think the key to that is there is no such thing as a bad idea. Some ideas just need to be polished. They need to be revamped or reused elsewhere. Sometimes it's not the right place or the right time, but the idea is still good, or the idea can be good with a little, a little elbow grease added to it. And I think, like I said, it's a matter of don't let go. Like, and anything you do right that does work, it's about repetition. It's about consistently doing it, consistently doing. That's how you build your brand image and how you are perceived to your customer through that consistency. So I think lâche pas, don't let go, is basically the one phrase I would say. You don't give up, you just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. As a manager here, I bring to my team what others brought to me. I remember looking at my own teammates here. I remember being in their shoes at other agencies and other jobs, and I had some great mentors in my career, from Bill Brawley, Casey Purcell, Joey Franco, Rod Washington, Pastor James Fletcher, Joe Lewis. These people have helped to shape me and guide me into becoming the career personality that I am, and helping me to become a better management. They showed me how to be a servant leader, how to put my team first and make sure that they always receive their flowers. They always have encouragement. They always hear the good and the bad. They always hear both, here's how you can improve, but here's what you're doing great. And I encourage them and I communicate over and over to make sure that they have everything they need and they feel supported, and that any ideas that they have, they can bring to the table. I think the reason humor and fun and stuff like Keaton with Ryan and AKSN News at Noon 30 relates to people is because it adds a personal aspect. It shows that we have those family values and our culture and who we are, and that we're an industry that's not that serious, right? This isn't legal. This isn't healthcare. This is locksmithing. So it's laid back. It's real, just American-made people and who are putting food on the table by doing what they do, which is their trade. And I think that leaves room for that good human aspect. I think that's what really helps to relate to people, and it makes it fun. Because at the end of the day, we all have a job to do, from our customers who are locksmiths to us here who are providing for them. So why not make every day fun to go to work, right? Like, if it's fun for them, it's fun for us. So. By leading by example, you build a culture that thrives through example. And you have to be willing to go that much further just to get a little, So if I, when I was teaching kids, if I wanted them to raise their hands up and I raise my hands up like this, they're going to do this. But if I want them to raise their hands up all the way, I stand up and I raise my hands to the sky, and then that makes them go a little bit more. So you lead by example, always keep the bar a little higher just to ensure that others move to that level, You be the change in the room. You be the light in the room that brings in and sets the tone. And I think that's how you really build a team. And thorough communication and always just, being active with them and letting them know that you care and you listen. Oh, my marketing team is amazing, Shai. Look, Why they can improve is the same way I think I can improve. I think it's just coming in consistently day in and day out and never losing that energy, never losing that passion. I think, sometimes over time, people start to just fall by the wayside, and they start to lose that drive and that fire. So, I think as the leader of our team, I try to make sure I'm always ready to reignite, and keep people enticed and do something new and exciting, so that we continue to grow as a team. I think marketing creates the values and the face of the company culture. I think the company culture is built from within, but the outside, the customers don't see what we see from within. So I think the marketing team, our job is to show that picture for the external people to see, for our customers and clients and stuff to see. If you read a history book, if it wasn't for the paintings, the sculptures, you wouldn't know what these historic figures actually look like. So if you think about it, the reason we know what they look like is because of the stories that were written, because of the paintings that were done, because of the sculptures that were made. That's marketing. We create the picture of what our company is. This is our company culture. We show them what it looks like from inside out,
For more information on American Key Supply, our products, services, and locksmith training courses, visit us at AmericanKeySupply.com.